Hello, I'm Neil and welcome to another episode of Road and Race. Today I've got two things to do to the old S2000. I want to look at the seat. As you know, it's got a big rip in it, so I'm going to try and attempt to repair it myself. I've got a little kit, so we'll see how that goes. But first, we need to address the alloy wheels. Initially, I thought these alloy wheels are in a very bad state and need a full refurb, but having a closer look, I think once we get all this ground in dirt and brake dust off, we might be okay. We'll have a look, we'll see. So let's get these cleaned and we'll go from there. This is the cleaner I'll be using from Autobead, never used them before. It's an acid wheel cleaner, so I don't know. It sounds powerful, doesn't it? It's got acid. So we'll see how well this does the job. It says to dilute it 1 to 10 for normal use, but 1 to 3 for heavily soiled applications. So looks like it's 1 to 3 for us. I have to say, I'm very impressed with that Autobead cleaner. I was scrubbing away forever at this kind of ground in brake dust before and it wasn't budging. And I just sprayed it, left it for a few minutes and it's come off super easy. I mean, just to be clear, this isn't a sponsored video or anything like that, and I don't know what other cleaners are like, but this is pretty good. You can see here, it's taken some of the paint away. Brake dust is corrosive and clearly, as you can see, it's eaten away at the paint. So no amount of cleaning will fix that up. But generally on the wheel, it's come up looking all right. If I show you the other wheels, this one here is looking pretty good. A little bit of paint loss, a little bit of curbing. This one's fairly good as well. It's come up quite nice. And this one as well, come up quite nice. Again, a little bit of curbing. The wheel nuts aren't looking great, so I'm gonna leave them soaking in some cleaner, see if I can make them look a little bit nicer. Well, the wheel nuts have come up magnificently. Look, they look brand new. Honestly didn't think they'd come up looking this good. Thought I'd have to buy new ones, but look, absolutely perfection. The locking wheel nuts, not so much. Very heavily ground in dirt, maybe that's corrosion. Some have come up better than others. I left them to soak. That one's mostly done. That one's not great. That one's starting to go. I'll leave them soaking for a bit longer. See if I can clean them up. If not, might get a wire wool or wire brush or drill attachment, wire attachment for the drill. Clean those up. So after 5 minutes each on the wire wheel, they're looking pretty good again. I feel like I spent maybe a little bit too much time on the wheel nuts. Maybe I'm overcompensating for the wheels. Don't look at the wheels, just look how shiny the nuts are. With the wheels back on the car, you know, they're not obviously perfect, but they're looking a whole lot better than they did. So those wheels have cleaned up better than I thought, actually. I did think they'd be in a much worse state. Which leaves us with the question, what do we do next? Well, I guess there's two options. No, there isn't. There's three options. Option one, take it to a professional and get them resprayed and re-lacquered and diamond cut and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how much that'll cost, £100 a wheel, maybe a bit more a wheel. Option two is for me to attempt to do that work myself. I'm not very confident respraying a diamond cut wheel. I don't really know the process. Obviously, if it's just a normal alloy wheel, I'd give it a go. But these are diamond cut and they're painted as well. So getting the lines and edges right could be quite challenging. I might end up spending a fair amount of money and time and just making things worse. The third option is just to put them back on the car. I've spoken to the owner and that's his choice. He wants to go and just put them back on the car. Now, it does pain me slightly that the car isn't going to be perfect. And, you know, I have said this maybe in the past. I have to keep telling myself this isn't about a concours professional absolutely perfection restoration of this car. He just wants to get it sold, we get it tidied up and make a bit more money for it than we would have in its current state. So, you know, the car is probably going to be a 7 or 8 out of 10 when we sell it. These wheels are probably a 7 or 8 out of 10. So for the age of the car, they're kind of fair for the condition. So there we are. Right, next job, the seat. There are a few holes in the chairs, one here, one here, one here, but obviously the biggest one is here. So that's the one I'll be tackling first and showing you. Here's what I got in my kit. So first of all, they say clean the leather, so I'll clean the whole chair. Then there's a prep pad to go around the area of damage, just to make sure that all the filler and adhesive and everything attaches. Got this little patch which you slide underneath the rip. And use this little spatula just to push it in, nice and neat. And then use the glue and you glue around the edge. Make sure that the patch stays in. Then if there's a hole left over, you can fill it. And then there's a bit of sandpaper just to go over it, make it nice and smooth. And then a little pad, a container for mixing up the correct colour shade of your chair. I'm assuming the black will be fine for me. Here's a close-up of the repair so far. So you can see you've got the little cloth behind there and the glue is now set. Obviously there's some huge gaps. So next up is to put some filler in there. The filler has had 2 hours to dry now, so it's time to sand it down with the supplied 1200 grit paper. With the filler and the paint on the chair, you have to agree, it's looking a whole lot better. Thing is though, the leather's perforated and the repair isn't, so I need to put the perforations back in. Now be warned, this is going to be a complicated process. I'm going to use a ruler and a soft pencil, a 5B pencil, to draw in where the holes should be. And then I'm going to use a toothpick to punch a hole in. Yes, I said it was complicated, didn't I? What I've done is I've gone through and opened up all the holes that were closed by paint or filler, then used a ruler and a pencil to draw a faint line to guide me where the new holes need to go back in. And here we are finished. I mean, for a repair and my first go, I don't think that's too bad really. Clearly I've still got the other areas of the seat to repair, but now that I know the process and these rips aren't as bad, I should feel pretty confident in getting those sorted. I've got a kit to re-dye the leather as well, so in a future cleaning video I'll take the seat out, clean it properly and dye all the leather. So there we are, just a quick little video this week. Next week on to more kind of traditional stuff here on the channel, mechanical stuff. I'll be servicing the S2000. I'm talking about a really comprehensive service. I mean everything, engine oil, differential oil, transmission oil, spark plugs, coolant, loads of stuff. Everything that could be changed, I'm changing basically. So after weeks of cleaning and upholstery work, it's nice to get my hands dirty again. One last thing, channel memberships. If you haven't checked out channel memberships, please do, because they give you loads of cheeky little perks. And every week I post members only videos. So if you want to have a look at those, please do. Any questions, please leave it in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.